Well, it's the next day, and I didn't get very far yesterday. I was hoping to get all the doors done everywhere in the condo to have them all adjusted, but I only got the ones downstairs. Actually, I got some upstairs too, but I still have another door to do upstairs, and I still have to caulk around the door stops that I took out so that I could adjust some warped doors. And you know, it's always good to have a game plan the first of the day on what you want to shoot for. But hey, here's a tip for you. When you're doing remodeling stuff and you're working around the house, always give yourself a little bit of extra time, extra days. If you think it's going to take 3 days, guess what? It's going to take 4 or 5. That's just how it works. You're not as young as you used to be. Things don't go like you plan each day, and you get tired. I was going to stay here till like 5 or 6 o'clock last night, but it started getting dark, and Mommy's like, "Why don't you come home?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I can come back tomorrow and finish." And I still have to check out some doors, I think I have one more to fix up here and get adjusted, and then I've got to do some caulking around the door stops and stuff like that. And I was talking to Mommy the other day, and see how these shelves in here, I'm going to end up taking these out today. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't really think she was going to like that anyways. This is the spare bedroom. This is the spare bedroom, and we were talking about maybe possibly putting a Murphy bed up, you know, up against the wall here, and then fold it down and stuff initially. And then once we came in here, I was looking at that, and she piped up and said, "Hey, what about putting the Murphy bed right into that little cubby area, set it up there and somehow support the back of it and such, and then fold that down when we need it." We don't really need it in this room unless guests come, and that doesn't happen that often. That way, the rest of this area is left open. We could have a desk in here up against the wall. You know, maybe stick a desk over in this area or whatever, and just have this open. And then, you know, we could, who knows, we could put something else over there, and then when someone comes, they can flop the bed down. And if the Murphy bed doesn't fit into that opening, that's okay. This room is set up where the bed comes this way. There's an electrical outlet over there. There's an electrical outlet over there. And I'll bet you when you turn this particular light switch on, see, this one here is for the actual light above, okay? But then this one here, when you turn that on, I haven't checked it yet, but it's probably for the bottom or the top of one of these. And let's just do a check here. I wasn't gonna do this, but let's just check. Okay, I've got my construction light here. I'm gonna plug that in. I'm gonna plug it into the top, and I'm gonna guess this light's gonna work. Okay, the light works. And this probably is not going to activate it, because lots of times they'll do the bottom. And I like to turn my construction light off before I unplug it. Sometimes when you unplug it, it could burn the light out. Okay, so that's probably activated. I'm going to turn the button on. Hey, might not. Look at that. That's not working. And who knows? It could be this plug over here. Maybe somebody had the bed this way. No, I can see the depression here, and it might not be that one at all. It might just have to do with that one over there. Now you got me curious. Now you got me curious. I'm gonna see now. Okay, I've got the light switch off over there. Okay. Nope. It doesn't activate one of those. It should, but it doesn't. And they probably didn't do that for this particular one. And it could activate another one. It could activate that one. It could activate that one possibly. It could activate that. I'm not gonna check it. But usually, if you've got an extra light switch in your room, it'll be something like that. And yeah, so today my goal anyways is to check the doors up here and make sure that they're all adjusted. I worked on this door yesterday late afternoon and got that one. So I got to check that door. I got to check the bathroom door. I've got to check that door over there, this door, and I remember I finished that one, so that should be good. And I'm gonna take this little Formica countertop off too. I don't know why they put that up there. All I can think of is maybe when they got their clothes out of the dryer, they could fold their stuff up there, but it doesn't look big enough to do anything, huh? So I brought a skill saw, a circulating saw today, because once I take those off, there's a dumpster here in the condo complex, and I'm just going to use this. It's a Bosch, it's a circulating saw, and it's battery operated. And this thing actually works really good. I've used it before to cut 2x4s and 2x6s and stuff. And it's not as big as a regular worm drive Skill 77, like a commercial one that you would have out at a job site, a residential site, or to do framing and stuff. But it works fine. And the thing I like about it is if you're right-handed, it's always nice to have the blade on the left-hand side of your circulating saw instead of the right-hand side. And son of a gun, when you go to the store, make sure you check that. If you're gonna get something like this, make sure you check, because maybe 90% of the time the blade is on the right side. And if you're right-handed, then you have to look over this to see the saw blade, and lots of times it's hard to cut that way, and you have to use two hands and look over, and I don't do that. I set the wood up on my foot at an angle and chop the piece off, So look for this type of circular saw. If you're right-handed, and if you're left-handed, get the saw blade that's on the right. Okay, check that out next time. You'll be surprised. I think you might have just learned something. Yeah, so that's my game plan. Always have the game plan. I'm working on the doors. I'm going to fix the rest of the doors, and then take out those counters, chop that all up, take the trim off the counter, off the walls and stuff, and then start caulking. The first thing I'm going to caulk is all the door stops that I removed and then I reinstalled, and then I'm going to check some other stuff on using the caulking, and then I'll just get into little marks on the walls, and I'll scrape off things. I think they used to have a little dog gate here, and I'll scrape that off and start taking down picture frame hooks, plastic anchors, and start doing that. And then I'll start looking around. Okay, what else needs to be caulked? I'll look at the baseboard. I'll look at all kinds of stuff. See like this? Do I want to leave that before I paint? No. And see how they didn't really do a very good job caulking right here. Well, they did, and then this wall settled, and so this is all cracked out. So instead of caulking right over the top of that, I'll pull that out with a little screwdriver. Caulk that. Here's see this whole little thing moved. Here's some more. And then I'm just going to go around. I'm going to look around on the window frames here. This happens to be a sliding glass door. unit, but I'm gonna look at that, see if all that's done. Now see there, the caulking has separated right there. Instead of just running some more caulking there, I'm gonna clean that out. I'm gonna dig that out. Look at that, see how it's moved? So I'll clean all that up, I'll put caulking there, and because it's like that on that side, I'll look on this right-hand side. See, son of a gun. There it is again. Just goes up to about there. All those types of things. Here's a plastic anchor there. Here's a little mark up here. Here's where they had installed a wall mount TV. And then I'll just go around and look at different things. See those puckers? Instead of just trying to put caulking in there, I'm going to take a little screwdriver, push it in, 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 then caulk it. Then that'll go right away. Here's another one. And before I get ready to paint too, I'll take my broom and I'm gonna sweep down the walls to see if there's any cobwebs, see if there's any dust up there and all that good stuff. And so that's my plan today, and I'm sticking to it, and I'll see how far I get. You know, this is not something that needs to be done in 2 or 3 days. It's not a race. I don't have 20 people here running around trying to get it all done in one day. Hey, I've got about 3 weeks to get this done. And I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be thorough, but I'm going to be efficient, and I'm going to just keep working, plugging away like an Energizer bunny, and going away with it. And there's one place where I actually have to patch the drywall, right along here. See there? Look at that. It just goes along right there. Son of a gun too. And I'm not sure. Initially I was thinking about, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about digging all that out, putting webbing tape in there, quick set, 2 layers of quick set, sheetrock mud, putting the finish coat of sheetrock mud around there, sanding it, spray texturing it to try to match the existing spray texture that's on the wall, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I may kind of scrape that and put some caulking in there, and then put a little caulking dab on top of it, and then knocking it down with my putty knife, a little putty knife. I might be able to make that go away. I don't know. I could, but if the wall is still moving around, the caulking could crack out later, and then I'm in a big mess. Then I'm like, okay, then if I have to patch it, now we're talking about repainting the wall. And I don't like just painting a patch on a wall. I like to paint the whole wall, but in this case, look at this. I would have to paint this whole wall, and then it goes down the stairs, and it's like, you know, where do you stop and where do you start? So I'm gonna have to think real hard about what to do with that particular one. But anyways, I got my stuff here, and I just left it here last night. I'm all ready to work. I guess it's time to get busy.